So we're really used to adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing numbers and even terms and things, but we're going to take a look at adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing functions, whole functions. So what I have here is I have the f function and the g function, and we have some new notation that with which you might not be familiar. The notation here, f plus g of 4, simply means this. We're going to take the f function and input the 4, find out what we get out. We're going to take the g function and input a 4, find out what we get out. And then we're going to add the two together. So that's what that means. So let's go ahead and take a look. And likewise, the green and the blue and the black, those are notations with which you just need to be familiar and know what to do with them. So it's fairly straightforward. So let's take a look. The f function is right here, so I'm going to take that, and instead of x, you notice it's wanting me to put in a 4, so I'm going to put in a 4, then I'm going to finish writing the function. Now, just for, I guess for convenience sake, I'm going to change up the color just a teeny bit. Probably can't even tell that, but we're going to go ahead and now take a look at adding the g function to that, and instead of putting in x, I'm going to put in a 4. Okay, so here's my red f function and my orange g function, and now we're going to just add them together. So let's see what we get. Sorry about that. So we get the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Put that right down here. Plus, we have 16, that's going to be 18, and so we end up getting 21. Now, when I'm asked to put in an actual value for x, I'm going to get a value for the sum, difference, quotient, or product of the functions. I'm going to get a value. If I put in a value for the x, I'm going to get a value. In this next example, we're going to switch up the operation. We're going to subtract, but I want you to notice, that I'm going to end up with just a function in terms of x. So let's take a look. Alright, for this one, I'm going to take the f function, which is 2. Now, they didn't tell me to put in anything for x, so I'm just going to write it just like I see it. 2x minus 1, okay, plus, minus, let me get that, minus, let me pick up another color here. So now I'm going to have the g function, x squared plus 2. Now, the reason that I am putting that in parentheses is because you can tell that that is a binomial, and if I didn't put it in parentheses, then I wouldn't know to distribute the negative, and the negative does have to be distributed to both terms. So let's clean this up and see what we get. 2 square roots of x minus 1 minus x squared minus 2. So that's going to end up being 2 square roots of x minus x squared minus 3. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay? Okay, we actually can't do anything more to that, but let's go ahead and take a look at the blue one, The blue one. Get my grab my the right color pen here. Here we go. So in this one, I'm going to take the f function, put a 0 in that x spot. So here we go. And then I'm going to go minus times the g function with a 0 in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a parentheses around this one and that one. Now let's see what we get here. We have 0 square root of 0 is 0. That's going to be a 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. That's going to be 0, and that's going to be a 2. So we have negative 2. Okay? Again, because we put in a value, we get a value. Makes sense? Alright, let's do this last one, and will be finished. Alright, so this time we're going to take the f function and divide by the g function. So here I go. Put the 9 in with a value in it, right? Put with a value. And the g function, so I'm going to go 9 squared plus 2. And let's see what we get. So I get 9, that's square root of 9 is 3, so that's 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1 is 5. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 2 is 83, and that's my final answer. Again, a value produces a value. When I say a value, an actual value for the variable. Okay, I hope this helped. Thanks a lot for watching.